Hi, it's Casey. This is my channel, and doesn't today seem like a good day just to have a chit chat? I also thought I haven't done my quiz show that I want to do, the music trivia. So let's do music trivia today too. And I haven't done the can't live without, only I am going to change it with can't live as happily without, because I'm literally afraid of death, so I don't like to ever say I couldn't live without something, even family members, because I've had to already, you know, live without them. So I just don't like saying I can't live without it. So I will definitely say I can't live nearly as happily without. We're going to do that, but I want to start with my game show. So here are the rules. In the comment box, open up like you're going to make a comment and write down number 1, and then I'm going to read you a description of a song, and then in the same comment box, just keep it open. Write down number 2, and then I'm going to read you the description of a song, and then you'll have them all right there. And then, I mean, of course, it's an honor system. It's just for fun. And last time I felt like people knew like the older songs, not like new ones, so I pretty much only did old songs this week. So, number 1. This is a tale of jealousy and infidelity. The singer implores her husband's lover not to take him away from her. That was number 1. Number 2. Born poor and abandoned by her father. When her mother was ill, she was made to sell her body, but she made the best out of it. Number 2. Next up, number 3. I wrote most of these like 4 or 5 days ago, so I don't remember even what they all are. Okay, number 3. A man dies after years of alcoholism. He tries to drink his heartbreak, then the woman who broke his heart drinks herself to death in response. Very sad song. Number 4. A woman visits her childhood home where someone else now lives, and the memories come flooding back to her. That one's probably the newest on the list, but it's still not new. Okay. Number 5. A widowed woman is criticized by her town for wearing her skirts so short, so she points out their hypocrisies. Number 6 on Casey's music trivia game show. A showgirl's lover is killed by a mobster, and she loses her mind. Decades later, she still sits in the bar where she used to perform. Number 7. In this song, she talks about an ex-boyfriend who will never be able to love anyone as much as he loves himself. He's so conceited, he even looks in the mirrors as he walks into rooms to admire himself. He is rich and lucky and a liar and a cheater. Number 8. This long song demonstrates how a moment of weakness can sentence 2 vulnerable teenagers to be linked together in an unhappy marriage. That was number 8. How are you doing? Are you feeling good about this? I appreciate you doing it for me because I have fun with it. And, you know, I'm bored, so I want people to play with me. Okay, number 9. This song shows a guy who has tried to be good his whole life. He was raised by his uncle because his father died in prison. But he finally has his limits and stands up and whoops some butt after his girlfriend gets raped. Number 10. This song is about a woman who kills the man she loves and the person he is cheating on her with, after a fortune teller told her about the affair while reading her cards. Also, the card reader is the woman he was cheating on her with. Oh yes, I just hope the killer found a good home for the psychic's cat. That's always bothered me about that song. Okay, that was number 10. Thanks for playing along to my quiz. I'm going to wait and see how you all do. Now then, I've been writing things in like a little journal to keep track of stuff. So these are my favorites, my dislikes, and my can't live withouts, which as I was doing it, I didn't really see how my can't live withouts and my favorites are kind of one in one, aren't they? So I'm going to start with favorites, just so that when I get to my can't live withouts, it doesn't seem like I'm just saying the same thing. I guess my favorites are sillier, and my can't live withouts are more real. Let's just say. Okay. Chocolate. Americans' take on Italian food. I like pizza and spaghetti and chicken parmesan and all of those things. Number 3, Colby Jack cheese. Yes, everything in this list so far is food. I like them. Number 4, music festivals. That would have been probably on my can't live as happily without, but I'm doing okay and I haven't gotten to go to any music festivals this year, so it's just a favorite, I guess. 5, cats, kittens. Most animals. I should add trains to my dislikes. I've probably mentioned this before in at least comment sections, but I own 3 cats now. I've lost 1 cat that was actually the brother to Mumford, and he was Angus. And this is Malcolm that's laying there. And then Elfie or Luna is the one that is always usually in my videos. And I've never counted how many cats we've had in our house, but I used to foster. And so I don't think it would be any exaggeration to say like 200. Sometimes there would be 16 in my house. It was when I had a much bigger house than this apartment we're living in, and I could keep some in my bathroom and my study and the powder room bathroom, and they would mostly be like little babies that, you know, we were like bottle feeding, or that had a mother, but you know, she was nursing and they just didn't do well at the shelters because they'd pick up any old random disease and then die. And yeah, so we would try to get as many of them out of there as possible. And yeah, cats, they're my favorites. And really, until this has all been in the last 8.5 years, before the 2 cats that we had, Angus and Mumford, I thought I was a dog person. I thought I didn't like cats at all. I thought that they were just like, I don't know, girly or something, or too finicky. I don't know. But my cats definitely greet me at the door. They definitely, you know, want me to play with them. They definitely come and sit by my lap at all times. I like cats. Number 6, flowers. I like seeing flowers blooming. I like cut flowers. My mom always hated cut flowers because she felt like they were just dying. But even if you give me a plant, it's still dying because I'm just so bad with plants that I kill them. And so all flowers I like. Number 7, tattoos. I love seeing people with tattoos. I love the tattoos that I have. I find them fun and interesting. I like artwork that has tattoos on it. I like Sailor Jerry. Number 9. That one's Mumford. Comedians and going to comedy shows, and even just watching YouTube videos of comedians. Crack me up. I like it. They make me smile. Number 9, Birkenstocks. It's dreadful. I think they're not at all attractive, but they feel so good on my feet that I can't stop wearing them. Until May of last year, so a year and a half, I had never worn them before, but my feet had been really aching. I used to really like to wear high heels and wore them a lot and felt like I walked good in them, and some people can't, and that was important to me. And then I don't know if it's the extra weight is putting pressure on my arches, or that because I've always had high arches, they are like falling in my old age, or that I need to take more calcium because my bones are breaking down, but my feet ache so badly. And Birkenstocks are the only shoes that like feel decent ever on, so I wear them all the time. And I got some Birkenstock insoles that I put in other shoes when I do want to wear a different pair. I know it was only 9, but since I'm doing the can't live withouts, it's almost the same anyway, so that's where I stopped. Hates/dislike, because I kind of dislike the word hate. And okay, death. Again, I don't like it. I would prefer that there was a different way to go about things. And I am like, it's probably a fear of mine. Even in depression, you know, the therapist will always ask, you know, do you have suicidal thoughts or thoughts of death? And I'll always have to clarify, like, I never have suicidal thoughts. I do have thoughts of death, but it's always more like I am scared to death of dying and could focus on what happens, you know, like to every aspect of that. Yeah, anyway, don't like it. Number 2, vegetables. I don't like them. Like, I can eat a potato. I consider that a starch, not really a vegetable. Same with corn. And I don't go out of my way to eat it, but, you know, I could. Yeah, I don't like vegetables. Fleas, flies, ticks, and insects inside of my house. Fleas, flies, and ticks, I really kind of don't like them anywhere, but the other insects inside of my house, I will try to take them out instead of letting them be in the house, but I do. I even kill ticks and fleas. Okay. Number 4, dry lips, and I feel like my lips are dry most of the time, and it drives me crazy when that happens. And if I ever go out without my purse and I don't have a chapstick in it, I usually have to find a store and buy one because I can't make it. Number 5, small closets. At my other house, my closet was as big as this room, and I liked that. Small closets, don't like them. Number 6, snow, unless it's December 24th or 25th, or I'm going skiing. That's the only time that I like snow. Yeah, I think that, you know, in Illinois where we live, we just get it a lot, and I hate driving in it, and I hate things shutting down for it, and I hate being cold. Okay. Number 7. Yeah, what happens to our bodies during this aging process? I mean, I still want to age, again, because I'm afraid of death, but I don't really like the whole breaking down of collagen thing. Again, I think there should have been a better way to have gone about it. Number 8, slow checkout lines. They drive me crazy. I really, especially drives me crazy when there's a big long line and there's only like one person at the checkout. And this happens a lot at like the Dollar Tree. And yeah, that I try to practice patience. Like, I will literally try to have meditative moments and learn patience during that. And I don't get road rage during driving sessions like lots of people that I ride with do. Doesn't bother me if people want to drive slow or fast or whatever. Waiting in line at a slow checkout line when there's only one cashier and like 12 people in line and nobody's coming up to help drives me crazy. Which leads me to just bad customer service. Especially on internet purchases. Because I didn't do much online shopping until March of this year, I didn't realize how much it was important to have good customer service and how many companies have bad customer service. And the last one, number 10, is neglectful pet parents. Yeah, really dislike them. I don't know why you get an animal and then tie it to a tree outside and leave it 24 hours a day without food, water, or shelter. Okay. And my can't live as happily without. Number 1, hot running water out of the tap. I sometimes still just think it's amazing that we get to have that. Can you even imagine like boiling water to take baths or taking a bath in cold water like they show on Wild West shows? I love getting into a hot bath, and I love that you just turn a little knob and it happens for you. Seriously, so grateful that that happens. Number 2 and 3, but yeah, my husband, my kids, my family in general, I would not be able to live as happily without them. I mean, I don't think I need to go into detail. I'm sure you all feel probably the same way, but yeah, like even my siblings, like I love them so much. And yeah, okay. Number 4, makeup and skincare. I wouldn't be able to live as happily without it. I like being able to, if I want to wear makeup, like cover myself up with it. I do think while I look fine in the body positive movement that I'm trying to, you know, get out there without makeup, I also really like putting it on. Number 5, therapy. I would not be able to live as happily without therapy. I went to a psychotherapist for the first time maybe a year after we were married, because I thought that was probably the stupidest thing I had ever done, was get married at 20. And it took me till the age of 21 to realize it, and I felt like we could totally get divorced, and I could live like 10 years divorced and not like marry another guy, and then still find somebody and have plenty enough time to like raise a family and carry on with things. And yeah, I really just had anxiety and depression and was feeling overwhelmed, and therapy for me was amazing. Like at that time, I think we maybe had 3 sessions, and like it was aha moments during every one of them. He gave me a book to read, like, you know, after the first 2, that was The Road Less Traveled, and Reviving Ophelia was the next one. And yeah, all of them was just like, you're a child and you need to wake up because this is the real world. And you know, life is actually hard and difficult, and the reason that you know didn't know it until now is because, you know, your parents had babied you because you were a baby. Okay, anyway, therapy helped me. Number 6, ADHD medication. I would definitely not be able to live as happily without him, because this is me medicated. So if you can imagine what I would be like unmedicated. Number 7, I wouldn't be able to live as happily. This is kind of the same thing though as makeup and skincare, but literally those Victoria DN peptides. I think maybe it was 4 years ago that I started using them, and I think my skin looks better now at age 47 than it did at age 43. Okay. Grocery stores. I am also kind of like the hot running water thing. I just can't imagine living somewhere where you couldn't just go to a grocery store and buy things. If I had to grow my own food or kill my own chickens, I would starve to death. Like, I mean, every plant I try to grow dies, and yeah, I take insects outside of my house instead of kill them. So there's no way I could kill a chicken. Number 10. No, actually, this is 9, isn't it? This is 9 because I skipped number 8 because it's weird. But the internet, I wouldn't be able to live as happily without it. I think it's amazing that I talk to people every day and feel like I have friends. And I literally sit in a house alone until my husband gets home from work, and I don't know anyone in this town. And yeah, all of my friends and family are 7 hours away. So like, I mean, I get to talk to them too through the internet and social media and stuff. And without that, yeah, I would definitely go crazy. And the one that I skipped, I put it on here in this, it says the words safe, happy, and healthy. That's, I wouldn't be able to live as happily without my family members and me being safe and happy and healthy. It is what I wish every time I, you know, have an eyelash or see the first star or anything that you do any of the silly wishes on. It is absolutely always, I wish that my family was safe, happy, and healthy. And then like really everything else like completely doesn't matter. And that's all. I also am going to right now insert a picture that I took when I was at my mom's house last time visiting, that I wanted to share with you because I just thought it was great. And it's never, like, I've never had a place for it to come up and show it. So this is the eyeshadow palette that my mother is using right now. I asked her like if she had others, or you know, like if she was finished with it, like if we could get rid of it, and she pointed out that no, she is still using it. So right over here will be this palette that I'm going to show you right now, because my mother's a very special woman. And yeah, it's exactly the reason that I'm the way that I am, because I will do the same thing too. But anyway, that is all. Thank you for spending time with me. I hope you're doing okay, and visit with me in the comments, because, you know, I'm doing nothing else. Bye.